Thousands of years ago, long before modern borders and technology, there existed a road unlike any other. It stretched over 7,000 kilometers, crossing deserts, mountains, and empires, connecting China to the Mediterranean. It wasn't just a trade route. It was the first global network, a highway of ideas, inventions, and cultures. This was the Silk Route, the road that changed the world. The Silk Route began during China's Han Dynasty around the 2nd century BCE. Chinese merchants discovered that silk, their most precious fabric, was in huge demand across the West. At that time, silk was more valuable than gold. So traders began their journey westward, traveling from Xi'an through the Taklamakan Desert, across the mountains of Central Asia, all the way to Rome. This long journey linked the world's greatest civilizations: China, India, Persia, Arabia, and Europe. Despite its name, silk wasn't the only thing that traveled this route. From east to west came tea, paper, gunpowder, and porcelain. From west to east came gold, glass, spices, and horses. But the Silk Route was more than just trade. It was cultural exchange. From India to China, Persian art, Greek architecture, and Arabic science influenced the East. In return, Chinese inventions changed the world forever. The Silk Route wasn't a single road. It was a web of paths connecting countless towns, markets, and oases. Life on the Silk Route wasn't easy. Traders faced sandstorms, bandits, hunger, and freezing mountain passes. Caravans of camels carried goods for months, sometimes years, before reaching their destination. At every stop, languages mixed, friendships formed, and new markets were born. Cities like Samarkand, Kashgar, and Baghdad became bustling centers of culture and learning, the heartbeats of global exchange. For over 1,000 years, the Silk Route shaped the ancient world. Rise of sea trade routes, the Mongol Empire's decline, and wars between kingdoms made overland trade dangerous. When explorers like Vasco da Gama discovered a sea route to Asia, the Silk Road fell silent. But its legacy didn't vanish. It had already changed the course of human history. Even today, traces of the Silk Route remain in the art, food, music, and languages of dozens of countries. In recent years, nations have tried to revive its spirit through projects like China's Belt and Road Initiative, aiming to reconnect Asia, Africa, and Europe through trade once again. The Silk Route wasn't just a path of commerce. It was the first bridge between civilizations, proof that humanity has always been connected. From the deserts of China to the shores of the Mediterranean, the Silk Route carried more than goods. It carried dreams, ideas, and the first sparks of globalization. The Silk Route, the road that once tied the ancient world together and still inspires ours today,